I want you to open it. You're my first guest after all. I actually made them myself. I don't think he made those himself. You didn't put anything in these chocolates, did you? You didn't put any part of yourself in these chocolates, did you?
Listen!
Okay. After all that, for this ending, we need to check on Yuki, accept the invite, this time leave the timetable that we find on the ground. Or maybe I just leave it for now. Yuki definitely just got a new one since she realized this one was gone. The back of this one is dirty now anyway. I picked up the timetable and walked to the closest trash can to throw it away. And after she spent all that time decorating it at my house, too. Jeez. Knowing her, she definitely bedazzled another one by now, so there's not really any need to worry. I threw away Yuki's old timetable and continued walking home. I wonder how important that is. Finally, home sweet home. My head still kinda hurts. Not as much as before, but just enough to be annoying. I dropped my school bag onto the floor and leaned against the kitchen counter. Strange. For some reason, I felt lighter. What? The nausea from earlier had almost completely disappeared. What? Is this because I didn't pick up the timetable? Maybe I'm finally getting over whatever bug I picked up. Or maybe I'm just tired. Yui, huh? For some reason, I couldn't stop thinking about him. Oh. His smile, his voice, uh-oh. The way he looked so genuinely happy when I accepted his invitation. What am I even saying? I barely even know the guy. It's not like he likes me or anything. I glanced at the clock on my wall. 7:30, huh? Well, the party begins at 8, so I better get a move on. I will wear something party-like. I will dress for the occasion. Knock, knock. Maybe I should knock again. And did you even come out of the door? Espoir, you came. I jumped. Ah, Yui, you startled me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so happy you managed to make it. Of course. I was starting to wonder if I was at the wrong address. This place is easy to miss if you don't know where to look, isn't it? Yeah, if I don't know where to look. Means you can hide in plain sight. Where is everybody? Where is everyone? They're just running a bit late, Espoir. The way he said that made it look like not even he knew. Which was extremely worrying. Really? Oh, you know high schoolers. They're always running late to things like this. Besides, I was hoping we'd get some time alone first anyway, so it's not a big deal, right? I guess. I glanced around again, noting how there wasn't even any decorations up or anything. You said in that note that you would give me food. You have not given me food in any of these endings. It's a little bare in here for a supposed party, isn't it? Yui quickly glanced around, as if he were a guest himself. Is this even your house? Not really. I tilted my head. Most parties I've been to look like this. Aw. They did? People don't usually decorate that much, especially not for smaller gatherings. Oh. God, this is so embarrassing. I haven't been invited to a party in decades. How was I supposed to know what they're meant to look like? Well, they don't look like this. Man, he probably thinks I'm some dork now. Why do you suddenly look so embarrassed, Espoir? I only realized how much my face had heated up after Yui mentioned it. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're starting to flirt with Yui. I guess I just forgotten what gatherings like this typically look like. I brought my hand down from my face and let it hang casually at my side. The weird smell in here is still there, but it's not as strong now. Maybe I've gotten used to it. I still feel a bit ill, though. Oh, that's okay, Espoir. It's easy to forget that type of thing after spending so much time indoors. You can say that again. My initial worries about it being awkward if I was alone with Yui quickly vanished. This was weirdly relaxing. Oh no! My body itself feels relaxed too. It's like I'm breathing in some sort of melatonin or something. Can he change, like, what he excretes? Would you like some dessert? Yeah! You have desserts? What I get? Why, of course! What's a party without a sweet treat? Yui must have noticed my face light up, because he suddenly let out a little chuckle. Follow me. He led me to the kitchenette that was right next to the living room. It was small, but very homey. Wait here. I left them upstairs, so I'll quickly go and get them. You left the cakes upstairs? Upstairs? Yeah. Just a sec, okay? I won't be long. Yeah, what was he going upstairs to get? Yui then turned his back and began to jog upstairs to retrieve what he needed, leaving me alone in his kitchen. I decided to sit down on one of the chairs while I waited. Doody-doody-doo, doody-doody-doo. Who leaves desserts upstairs? Suddenly, my head began to pound again. Ah! Ah! My hand flew to my forehead as I groaned in pain, the edges of my vision going black for a second. Ugh. What the heck is causing this? The air around me no longer felt stifling, and I've already sat down after standing for so long, so this headache feels like it's coming from literally nowhere. Can my body just give me a break? Just for today, at least? Suddenly, the sounds of footsteps descending the stairs caught my attention. Is it because he's not around? Yui seemed to be holding what looked like a box of something. I'm so sorry that took so long, Espoir. I somehow managed to misplace the box. I heard you grunt in pain while I was up there. Is everything okay? I'm surprised he heard that from all the way upstairs. I'm okay. I just have a really bad headache, and Wait a second. I paused for a moment before looking up at Yui with a sheepish grin. Well, I had a really bad headache, but I guess it's gone now, somehow. As soon as you came back, it vanished. Look at that grin. Oh, that's strange, isn't it? I wonder how that could have happened. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, but I'm fine now. He's all like, just as planned. That's a relief. Yui then placed the heart-shaped box on the table and sat opposite me with a smile. I want you to open it, Espoir. I looked down at the heart-shaped box and then back at Yui. These are for everyone to enjoy, right? Well, of course, but, I want you to open it. You're my first guest, after all. Well, I don't see why not. I'm not sure why these look like Valentine's Day chocolates, though. I opened the box and set the lid to the side. Aww! Inside was a beautiful array of cutely decorated chocolates. Wow, these look yummy. I actually made them myself, so... Really? Yes? I didn't know you could make such pretty desserts. Then again, I didn't know this guy at all until a few hours ago. This was my first time making them, so I'm glad they turned out okay. Aww, I don't believe you, though. He looks extremely shy for some reason. For your first time, they look almost perfect. I thought you bought these from a store. This is like steamed hams, but instead of crusty burgers, these are store-bought chocolates. Thank you, Espoir. So, do you want to try one? What did you put in these? Take the chocolate? I'll pass. I'm taking that chocolate. Give me that chocolate. Sure. I mean, you did make these yourself. I don't think he made those himself. I picked out the chocolate from the middle and popped it into my mouth with no hesitation. All these fictional yanderes, they now know that my weakness is sweets and cakes and chocolates. These taste amazing, Yui. They taste really store-bought. Really? Yeah, they're delicious. Yui's face immediately lit up. Really? You like it? Yui, you didn't put anything in these chocolates, did you? You didn't put any part of yourself in these chocolates, did you? Before I could answer, Yui grabbed both of my hands. Ah, I'm so glad. I was so worried. I kept thinking about it all night. What if you didn't like them? What if I got something wrong? But you liked them. His grip tightened slightly, and the music slowly faded out. That makes me really, really happy, Espoir. Thank you. I think I'd do just about anything to see that expression again. Just give me more chocolate. You should have another. Alright, correction. That's the scariest face he's made this entire game. You can have all of them. I made them all for you, after all. My head suddenly felt a little lighter, or maybe heavier. I couldn't quite tell anymore. You look comfortable. The warmth of Yui's hands lingered against my skin. Almost immediately, a strange heaviness settled over me. Not enough to stop me from moving, just enough to make everything feel slower. My thoughts became harder to hold on to. Every time I tried to focus on something, it seemed to drift away from me. My shoulders relaxed without me meaning them to. Oh. Even my breathing felt calmer. Are you getting sleepy, Espoir? Something wasn't right, but for some reason, I couldn't bring myself to care. I think I'm getting a little lightheaded. Oh, really? I'm sure you'll feel better soon. Maybe you're just a little dehydrated, huh? Would you like some water? Sure, I answered without even thinking. How about you go sit on the sofa while I bring it to you, okay? Sure. You may have to carry me. Yui stood up and hooked his hand under my armpit to help me stand up. I was a little wobbly. Come. He led me to the sofa and sat me down in front of the television. I'll bring you some water, okay? I just nodded and watched him walk away. As soon as he did, my head began pounding again. Ugh. Seriously, what's going on? Did those chocolates have sunflower seeds in them? You know I'm allergic. As soon as he left, Yui was already back and holding a bottle of water. Here. He sat down on the couch next to me as I turned to take the bottle from him. Thanks. Ooh. I took a small sip of the water before turning my attention back to Yui.
That's it, that's it, this relationship is over. I'm strangling you. Give me that neck. I'm gonna choke you until your breath runs out, and then I'm gonna do it again. I'm sorry to scream into the mic like that. That got me. That got me good. That one got me good. All the other ones, I don't think they got me that bad. I applaud you. That got me good. That was a good one. My heart began to pound in my ears as I slowly pummeled Yui. What was that? Espoir, are you okay? No, I am not okay. You're the one who's not going to be okay. You better call an ambulance. For you. I rubbed my eyes and stared at Yui for a few seconds as my heart rate finally began to slow down. Are you starting to see things? Yeah, I'm about to see you laying in a hospital bed. Yes, actually, I think there's something seriously wrong with me. Oh, Espoir, don't be scared. You're just tired. Just drink up, and you'll be fine, okay? I shakily took another sip of the cold beverage while giving him the most bombastic side eye. Maybe I should go home. This could be serious. Yui visibly tensed up and froze for a moment before quickly regaining his composure. Leave? Well, what if I faint or something? I'm getting a bit scared. I already said that you're fine, Despoir. You're just tired. I don't know. I think I need a hospital. Do you not trust me? Not as far as I could throw you. Actually, I could probably throw him. I could probably throw him pretty far. Just... Yui looked genuinely bothered. You don't trust me, do you?
I didn't say that.
But you thought it, right?
You think I'm lying to you.
Yui, I invited you here. I made those chocolates for you. Sure you did. His smile looked strained now. But you're still insisting on leaving? Yui, I know you're not feeling well, Espoir. But you got all dressed up, didn't you? Wouldn't it be such a waste to go home now after all this effort? The room fell quiet. For some reason, I suddenly felt guilty. Like I'd done something wrong. Are you doing a manipulation upon me? Don't you want to at least have a bit of fun? When's the next time you're going to be invited out like this, Yui scooted a little closer across the sofa, close enough that our shoulders were almost touching. Do you know how long I've waited for this? His voice became quieter. Just sitting together, talking, eating snacks, watching TV, normal things like friends do. Scary. Something about the way he said it made those things sound strange. Man, John Doe, when he goes fully John Doe, is less scary than Yui's face right now. Besides, it's much too dangerous to go home now. I mean, you said it yourself. What if you, faint or something? What if something really bad happened to you on the way home, Espoir? The proximity between us was starting to make my head spin. I know you don't really want to go home, Espoir. You are doing a manipulation. I'll stay. I'm having so much fun here. I'll stay. I'm having so much fun here. Help! Help! Wait. Perfect. I'm so happy that you want to stay, Espoir. Yui then wrapped his arm around mine and looked at me with a big smile. I knew you didn't really want to leave. I blinked a few times before looking back at Yui with a confused frown. Wait, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I could barely finish my sentence before Yui squeezed my arm tighter. I've really been looking forward to having you alone like this, Espoir. His smile widened. You know, things only started getting interesting for me once I saw you for the first time. I wanted to know what you were doing, what you liked, what made you laugh, what kind of food you ate, what truly excites you. Yui laughed softly. I was too dizzy to properly process what he was saying. I even started liking some of it too. Isn't that weird? Sometimes it feels like I only like things because you do, Espoir. Because if we don't like the same things, then you'll hate me, right? You'll hate me so much that I'll have to kill myself for being such a disappointment. What on earth is he talking about? See? I am weird, aren't I? His finger shifted slightly around my arm. Sometimes things happen when I get excited like this. Strange things. Things I don't really mean to do. I try very hard to behave myself, but it's so difficult. I can never control myself when I'm around you, Espoir. Then learn! A nervous, delirious laugh escaped me. Escaped me? Ha! What does that mean? It's my fault you're like this, Espoir. Because of me, you can't even think straight right now. Because of my filthy, poisonous body. What are you? I really don't want you to think badly of me. Too late! My vision doubled slightly as all my thoughts began to swirl together. But I've never wanted someone as much as I've wanted you, Espoir. Do you think that's selfish? Wanting something so badly that you can't stop thinking about it? Wanting proof that it's real? Wanting proof that it isn't going to disappear forever? I mean, it is a little selfish. It's selfish. my words slurred slightly. It was getting harder and harder to think straight. I could feel my head swaying slightly as I tried to keep my head upright. What makes you think it's selfish, Espoir? My body began feeling hot and cold at the same time. I thought of an answer to his question in my head, but my mind was too numb to verbalize it. Oh no. Espoir, are you okay? The walls are melting, so I'm gonna have to say no. I didn't, more so, couldn't respond. I could feel warm saliva drooling from my mouth as my eyes glazed over. Uh-oh. Am I about to clock my ticket? And I'm about to kick the bucket? Have I put the farm on sale? Or wait, or is the expression bought the farm? Wait, what does the expression bought the farm even mean? Whatever was entering my lungs was working fast. It didn't take long for my vision to start turning black at the edges. Darn it! Don't worry, Espoir. You'll be okay. I'm dying again! Yui gently put a hand on my shoulder to steady me, but immediately pulled away when my body let out an involuntary shiver at his proximity. He frowned. Well, I suppose I should get you to bed, huh? I don't want you to be unresponsive forever. He quickly hooked his hands under my armpits to help me stand up, before carefully guiding me up the stairs and into the bedroom. Before I knew it, I was lying down on a soft mattress underneath a warm blanket. You know, maybe, Yui, you should take me to a hospital. I could feel him crawling in opposite me. Is it going to be like this every time we get close, Espoir? He shifted slightly, looking directly at me with a small frown. You must be feeling so awful right now. Or maybe you're not feeling anything at all. I could hear him squeezing something. What even is this? I finally have you exactly where I want you, and I can't even enjoy it. And you can't either. This body, it's a curse. My body or your body? I'm cursed. His voice cracked. Just try to get some rest, okay? I love you, Espoir. I'll wake you up in the morning. Good night. I had already fallen asleep before I processed his last sentence. The feeling of the warm blanket and soft mattress was enough for me to have a comfortable rest. My sleep was dreamless, but peaceful nonetheless. By the time morning came, I had somewhat returned to my senses, just as Yuri predicted. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Like my body had finally become accustomed to whatever poison I'd been breathing in this entire time. Is he like miasma inside of a body or something? Espoir. What? Ah! I opened my eyes. You're awake. Good morning. Man, is this the first time we've seen daylight? I don't trust it. I looked up at him in slight, sleepy confusion. Yui? Espoir. Eh? Why am I... Did I fall asleep? Is the party over? How did I... Suddenly, memories from yesterday came flooding back like a waterfall. Oh yeah, you drugged me, and then you fed me tainted chocolate. The headaches, the disorientation. But for some reason, I wasn't scared. I didn't even feel the need to question anything. Like, nothing bad was happening at all. You were just tired, Espoir. Did you have a good rest? No. I did, actually. What was in those chocolates? Lovely. Before you could get another word in, I suddenly processed something I somehow hadn't noticed. I'm starving. Oh, where your clothes at? Where your clothes at? Why are you... Yui followed my gaze downwards. Oh, sorry. Did I make you uncomfy? The uniform I was wearing got a bit dirty from yesterday.
so I had to clean it up. I don't own any other clothes. You don't? Come on, me and you, we're going to the Gap. We're going to Old Navy. Or the thrift store. Maybe he left them at someone's place. No, but it'll be dry soon. I don't really want to be wearing damp clothing. My body doesn't do well when it comes to water. Really? Is that how we are going to defeat you? Whatever you are? Sorry if that sounds weird. I see. Well, everyone's different, I guess. It's not that weird. Unless he's an alien who doesn't like water. You don't have to be embarrassed. Yui froze. Really? Yeah. Really? Yes. For a second, he just stared at me. Then his entire face lit up. See? I knew you'd understand. His excitement seemed to return all at once. I knew it! You're always so nice to me, Espoir. Suddenly he sat up on his knees and crawled on top of me with a big smile. Ah! Oh, I'm still scared. I don't trust him. Yui? No. Really? You always understand. No, it's just the people-pleasing, I swear. You never laugh at me. You never look at me weird. As he spoke, he leaned closer and closer. You're so kind, Espoir. The kindest girl I've ever met. You're so perfect. I love you so much. This is a bit of an overreaction. You think? But it's not entirely unappreciated, I guess. It's a little amusing, actually. All I could do was chuckle softly. Yeah, like, ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Well, it's nice to be nice, isn't it? We're all weird at the end of the day anyway. As he was on top of me, I couldn't help but notice just how smooth he was. Yeah. Did you just jump into a tub full of nair? His skin looked as smooth as porcelain, fair and very silky looking, with no pores or blemishes whatsoever. Unless that's not a real body! He was unnaturally hairless, too. Is that actually a wig? Snatch! And I couldn't help but notice his lack of what? Never mind. No, please, go on. Please, let me be more scared of this creature. Is something wrong, Espoir? No, it's just... Oh, I think I know what it is. Belly button? Say it me. What is he missing? What's not here? Is he a doll? Oh, no, it's just... How can I possibly bring this up without sounding like a creep? Then again, I don't think someone like him would be fazed by an out-of-pocket question. Can I touch you for a second? Huh? Touch me? Yui tilted his head to the side slightly. I could feel my own face starting to get warmer. Wait, I just mean, you look really smooth. I've never regretted opening my mouth as much as I have right now. What am I even saying at this point? Sorry, you just have really nice skin. It almost doesn't look real. Ah, I see. He just smiled at me warmly and leaned in a little closer. No, don't lean any closer. Go ahead, Espoir. Touch him? I don't want to touch him. I don't want to do it. I hesitantly lifted my hand and rested it on his chest. My thumb caressed his bare chest for a moment. This doesn't feel like skin at all. Instead, his chest felt impossibly smooth beneath my fingertips. Not soft like skin, soft like something that had been made to resemble it. What are you? There wasn't a single imperfection. No tiny bumps, no unevenness, nothing. My fingers pressed down slightly. For a brief moment, the surface yielded beneath the pressure, almost like pressing into thick gel. Then it slowly pushed back against me. Soft. Too soft. Like whatever was beneath the surface wasn't flesh at all. A chill ran down my spine. Oh yeah, 'cause when we stabbed him, the only thing that came out was like black goo. It felt less like touching a person, and more like touching something pretending to be one. I quickly let go. You can tell, can't you? Yeah. I tried really, really hard. My stomach dropped. It's almost impossible to notice, isn't it? Well, not straight away. What are you? Yui, what are you? For a moment, he looked genuinely unsure. I don't know. Honey, if you're just a hairball with a single eye, I will accept you. I will accept you. Not completely. Does it bother you? His voice sounded smaller now. That I'm not normal? Yui's smile twitched. You'd be surprised how difficult it is to hold a shape like this. It's not easy to sculpt an entire body from liquid, you know? The face, the hands, the skin. I wanted to get it right. For you. A chill ran through me. Did I do okay? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I'd think he was joking if he hadn't already proved himself. You're not human? Those words leaving my mouth sounded like a joke. There was no way. Not at all. I just stared up at him. Everything suddenly made a lot of sense. The headaches, the strange smell, his skin, the way he talked, the way he seemed to understand some things perfectly and others not at all. Yui wasn't smiling anymore. The realization made my stomach twist. I don't think I'd seen him look nervous before. Espoir? His voice sounded small. So, that's why... You're not lying. No. Yui's fingers tightened slightly around the blanket. Are you scared of me? Yes, very. A little. He frowned. I'm just being honest. Come on, you can't jump scare me 72 times and they were like, oh, are you scared of me? Ooh. He frowned before looking at me with a hopeful expression. That's okay. That just means I'll have to prove to you that there's nothing to be scared of. My stomach suddenly growled loudly, my face warming up from embarrassment almost instantly. Are you hungry, Espoir? Yes. Sorry about that. I don't think I can remember the last time I ate. I'm surprised I only noticed my hunger now. There's no need to be embarrassed. How about we go down to make some breakfast, Sure. Can you cook? I don't want to trust anything that you cook. We both set up, and Yui led me downstairs to his kitchen. Yui momentarily headed to another room before returning the shirt he was wearing before. It looked much cleaner now. What would you like? Oh yeah, did you like sweat into your shirt or something and it became all splotchy? I thought to myself for a moment, feeling a little awkward about Yui having to make me breakfast after I passed out on him. In his own home. Are we sure this is even his home? Whatever you have, really. I've bread. You like toast, don't you? Yeah, I don't mind toast. I'll prepare it for you then. You just sit down, okay? It'll be ready in a moment. Yui then seemed to put on a clear set of plastic gloves and began to prepare my breakfast. Aww, he was at least considerate to put on gloves. I couldn't help but let my mind drift back to our conversation earlier. It almost didn't feel real. I had to be dreaming, right? My gaze lingered on Yui's body in pure curiosity. Well, the evidence was right there. I wasn't someone who typically believed in ghosts or yokai and such, but it's not like I didn't believe in them either. I think all I should do now is not think too hard on it. I mean, he does act like your typical average person. Sort of. He's prettier than average, too. Very pretty, actually.
Who did he steal this look from?
He just looks like a very beautiful Japanese male. He looks as human as it gets. Perhaps a little too perfect. Eventually, he cooked me the toast. It looked as delicious as cooked bread could possibly look. Thank you.
It's no problem, Espoir. Eat up.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed the cuffs of his sailor uniform had gotten breadcrumbs all over them. Wait, sailor uniform? Yeah. I mean, I'm all for a girl wearing a boy's uniform and a boy wearing a girl's uniform, but don't you think that kind of looks like your friends? I stared at him for a moment, before chuckling under my breath softly. Maybe this truly was his first time being human. I suppose I couldn't really blame him for getting a few things wrong.
Yui? For future reference, that's the girl's uniform. The top, I mean.
Oh!
Yui looked down at himself.
Really? I mean, it looks fine! It looks fine! It looks fine!
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
Just a little.
I'll remember that next time. Somehow, I wasn't entirely convinced he would. I wondered how he even managed to get his hands on our school uniform anyway. Yeah, I wonder how. He was wearing the girl's top and the boy's pants. Both were too small on him, but it was more noticeable with the pants. Oh yeah, I guess he is wearing the boy's pants. Maybe he stole them. Where did he get the boy pants?
Where did you get them anyway?
Why'd your face go all dark like that?
The clothes?
Yeah. Well, I found the trousers on the floor outside of your school. I'm not quite sure how they ended up there, though.
Yeah, that is pretty odd.
What about the top? Yeah, Yui. Where'd you get it? I just found it laying around. It doesn't belong to anyone. That! You did that again! You said something so fast and you did it fast and I couldn't see it. What did you say? Not anymore.
I guess I was just curious.
Before I knew it, I had finished the toast that he had made me. It was surprisingly delicious despite just being regular buttered bread. Yes, sometimes toast just tastes amazing. Yui took my plate and I stood up too. I couldn't just be sitting in his kitchen all day long. Thank you for the meal, but I think it's best if I...
Huh?
He looked so sad all of a sudden. I don't think I've ever seen him make this expression before. Was it something I said? You don't want to leave, do you? My memory was still hazy from yesterday, but for some reason, I'm starting to feel a weird sense of déjà vu. I'm assuming this guy doesn't have any friends. No family either, judging by the state of this place. Only God knows what would happen if I left someone like him to his own devices. I know I've got to get home eventually, but it's not like I really have much to do back at my own place. I don't do much all day but sleep and play video games. Well, I mean, I also edit them, but yeah, I do just kind of sleep and play video games. Maybe sticking around for however long doesn't sound like a bad idea. Besides, he does seem very fond of me. Okay, only because you're cute. Only because you're cute. Yui's eyes said, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Yui's eyes suddenly lit up, a soft blush spreading across his cheeks. Thank you, Espoir. Oh, maybe I really shouldn't have said that. I love you so much. You're going to have the best time here, I promise. You'll never want to leave ever again. Yui took a little step forward to me, staring at me with big, hopeful eyes. I instinctively reached my hand out. I love you, Espoir. I love you too, Pookie Buns, even though I am terrified of you. Oh, I love you too, Yui. Oh, head pats for Yui. Ending. The feeling is mutual. Oh. Okay, for this next ending, I need to make sure Yuki is okay, even though we know she is not. Accept the invite. Take the timetable, which I think is a really big indicator of whether you choose Yuki or Yui. Go to the party, wear something casual, turn away from the door, hit him, wham! Look for a way out of this creepy basement, head straight upstairs and not search for a weapon. And when I get to this point, do not find the key in the kitchen. Instead, make 2 choices that are not the kitchen. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps rapidly descending stairs caught my attention. Whoops. No. I froze. It was too late. Espoir? My stomach dropped. What are you doing? I slowly turned around. Yui was standing at the bottom of the staircase. How did you have the strength to get up here? Are you trying to leave, Espoir? I instinctively took a step backwards. No. I see. Yui's smile faltered. For the first time since I met him, he looked genuinely disappointed. I really didn't want to have to do this, Espoir. Do what? Are you gonna take off my gams? Before I could respond, Yui quickly turned and walked into the kitchen. Before I could even begin to think of a way out of here while his back was turned, Yui had returned already. Something wooden and metal hung loosely from his hand. Is it a knife? Is it a big old knife with which to cut off my leggy poos? My stomach dropped. A hammer! Aw, man. Yui? I really didn't expect you to try to leave, Espoir. I'm a little disappointed. I stumbled backwards. My legs suddenly felt numb. Wrong. The thought of you running away, after all this hard work, it makes me really sad, Espoir. The fumes in the air around us started to overwhelm my senses. The room started to tilt. My heart was pounding so hard I couldn't hear it. I won't let this hurt too much, okay? Huh? My leggy poos! Yui then swiftly hooked his foot behind me, tripping me backwards and causing me to hit my back onto the hard floor. Just breathe it all in, okay? At least Yui has the decency to drug me up before he smashes my legs, unlike some people. It'll make it hurt less. Huh? The hammer he was gripping suddenly slammed into my lower leg, the sound of something inside me snapping, ringing in my ears. I screamed. And again. And again. Then... The pain started fading, far too quickly, like somebody had reached into my head and switched it off. The panic remained, the horror remained, but the pain was simply gone. Thank you! Yui was panting. There. That's better. My vision blurred. The sweet smell was everywhere now. What a cute expression. Humans like you are so expressive. I could look at you like this for hours. I felt nothing. I mean, except for my broken legs, which I technically didn't feel. I'm so sorry I had to do that, Espoir, but, now you don't have to worry about leaving anymore, right? Now you can stay with me forever. My leggy poos. That was harder than you expected, wasn't it? Ending. Harder than expected. But I've never wanted someone as much as I've wanted you, Espoir. Do you think that's selfish? It's not selfish at all, Pookie. I don't think you're selfish, Yui. You're making perfect sense. Am I saying this of my own volition? Aren't I? Yui let out a small noise, half a whimper mixed with a small chuckle.
Your eyes are glazed over, Espoir. Soon, this weird feeling will wear off and you'll be yourself again. Almost. But before that happens, I want you to help me remember this moment, okay? All I could muster was a single word. I answered without really thinking. Sure. Perfect! Yui then reached into his back pocket and fished out what looked like a small, rusty pocket knife. Why has it gotta be rusty? I was too delirious to really react. These small things are really sharp, aren't they? I found this while I was exploring the basement of this place. Oh, I guess that's why it's rusty. He flicked the blade open, the silver metal of the blade glinting in the dim light of the living room. It's so small, but so dangerous. This tiny thing is enough to kill a person if you really tried. It really doesn't take a lot to make someone disappear, does it? I was completely spaced out. The more I breathed in the aroma of his body, the less that started to make sense. Yui just chuckled. You're completely out of it, aren't you? Well, there's no need to worry. After some rest, you'll be up and running again, okay? I don't know if you'll ever truly be back to normal, though. But anyway, I really want to make the most of this espoir. Yui then rolled up his sleeve and held out his bare arm in front of me. This won't take long. I would have done it myself, but, well, it wouldn't really mean anything then, would it? He gently lifted my hand and clasped it around the knife. He then wrapped his own hand around mine, as if we were both holding it. Oh no! Ah! Wait, is that my arm or your arm? I could hear his breathing starting to get heavier. It sounded lower than his usual tone of voice, and oddly distorted, like his throat was filled with liquid. This is so exciting. I can't feel pain, so press down as hard as you want, okay? Yui guided my hand to press the tip of the blade against the middle of his arm. What are you? I made this little symbol up myself. I think it represents us perfectly. Can you imagine loving someone so much that you only have eyes for them? Forever? Yeah, I don't have to imagine when it comes to you, Espoir. He then made me press the tip of the rusty blade against his skin and began to drag it. I don't think I'll ever fall out of love with someone as perfect as you. Instead of blood, a thick black liquid began to leak from the wound. It secreted a pungent, inky smell that almost made me pass out completely. He continued to use his hand to guide my own. It dragged up and down, then crossed over itself. Wait. The liquid quickly ran down his arm, getting all over our clothes. Ew, 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 ew. I could almost hear his frantic heartbeat in my ear. Does he have a heart? Or perhaps it was my own. I couldn't tell anymore. I mean, that is a cool symbol, but, there. Thank you, Espoir. How relieving. It looks perfect. Yui admired the carving for a full 30 seconds before finally letting go of my hand and slowly taking the knife back. It's perfect. You did this, Espoir. He rolled his sleeve back up and tucked the wet knife back into his pocket. What did I tell you about doing that? He was still panting softly. A part of me wishes you were awake enough to truly appreciate what you just did. He frowned. Well, I suppose I should get you to bed, huh? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a little laydown after this. Okay, well this is all the endings, but oh no, it still says 14 out of 15 endings found. Whatever shall I do? I am so thankful that the developer has made an easily accessible walkthrough upon their TikTok. Thank you very much for that. So it just says, start? Pourquoi?
Pourquoi? What was that? What was that supposed to be? What was what? What was that? What the heck was that? Hit. What? What do you mean? His creator? What does that mean? Well, that that was a ride. I don't know what it is, but I think this might be the scariest visual novel I have played to date. I am disturbed, I am intrigued, and I am even more confused than I was before. I applaud the developer. My heebies have been thoroughly GB'd. And we still don't exactly know what Yui is, but I kinda like that. If you would like to play this game for yourself, there is a link in the description. And if you have an itch.io account, be sure to rate games you really love and follow the developers for more development. I gotta say, I really like this. I really, really like this. It's weird. I'm kind of starting to like the visual novels that actually scare me, and that did it. And hey, if you would like to watch me play more amazing visual novels with questionable love interest, please feel free to peruse around my channel. And we're trying to make it to 100,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you would like this video or subscribe to my silly little channel. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope. And an extra special thank you to our Parterre channel member, The Chosen One.